Hello, Sysfailure here again, and welcome to quite possibly the most depressing game I have ever played. I'm not actually meaning that as an insult, it's actually a game about depression. In fact, that I'm holding my head as my little brain's all screwed up. This is actually the second attempt at this video, because the first one I did try for your first impressions and played through it quite a bit. As you can see, I've sort of made it along to here, so I'm probably quite near the end actually. But I'll be damned if I could actually make it funny, because, you know, it's well, I'll explain where they're coming from in the first place. This is slightly different from my usual stuff, because the network that I'm partnered with sent out an email asking if I'd be interested in taking part in a closed press beta, or beta, however you want to pronounce it, for Disorder. And so I'm actually having a look at this before the release date, which is the first I've ever actually had that. But you'll be watching it after the release date, you know, embargoes and all that. But it's actually a game about the sort of, well, wandering through your mental landscape of depression and your broken mind. And sometimes returning to this little house, where you get little collectibles. I've got 3 there. There's a hell of a lot more than that. I've just no idea how to pick them up. They're very difficult to find. And a clock, which sadly doesn't have any sort of secret things hiding behind it. And a bathroom, and that mirror was not that cracked when I was here earlier. So I'm pretty sure that my psyche's breaking a mirror. And a toilet that I can't actually get past, so I'm obviously incredibly dirty as I can't have a shower. So I'll see if I can actually play some of the game and tell you what my impressions on it are. Let's see if I can actually get into it. Options menu. Whatever you do in this options menu, do not hit escape. I have hit escape several times when trying to record earlier, and it actually will shrink the window to a little tiny one and screw everything up. So this takes your little house, which you're wandering around here, and you can see different levels, etc. That's play. That's a little journal where there's various bits to study, which admittedly I haven't actually read because there's a lot of it. Setting up your controllers and all the other options. How many other options are there? Well, not a lot. You've got music, sound, full screen, or shrink it down to a tiny window and restart. And just remember, don't hit escape, as I was about to hit escape. And I think I can probably play some, because I couldn't earlier. Yes, so let's see, if I have space, can I play? Yes, there we go. Right, so it's a little platformer game, and I quite like the art style actually. This is your cheery mind, and in case you didn't know, space does not actually jump. The amount of times I keep hitting space every time I want to jump. But what that does is just switch back and forth between the sort of 2 sides of your psyche, as it were. So the music changes, the world changes. This is your more depressed side. Everything's a bit purpley, or red, or whatever you want to call it. And that's your slightly happier side, where, quite frankly, you're probably still a little bit on the depressed side. It's something that's been done before. What's it called now? Twisted Sisters, something like that. A couple other games have done the whole sort of swapping back and forth between worlds thing. Also, if you try and swap when there's another part of the world in the way, you can see you look like a sort of screwed up 1980s television outtake. But that's it, really. It's a little platformer. With somebody crying. Where you've just got to sort of swap your way back and forth through the worlds and use that to your advantage. So it's fairly simple to start with, you know, a little bit jumping around, a bit of swapping, back and forward, a bit of, I don't know, running people over with a car, yeah. But don't worry, you can do that, and everybody's fine again. As you can see, just sort of hopping between the platforms there. And you got a fairly easy start. I do like the sort of strange noise type mood in the background. Maybe that's meant to just sort of imply that your faraway reality is, well, obscured with noise? I don't know really. But maybe it doesn't apply anything. So it does start to get a little bit trickier. You have to start to swap back and forward on your jumps. If we return to the house, there we go. Have a look at something a little later to see how more difficult it gets. This one, there we go, to wither. This is probably where the game, I'd say, started to get really quite difficult. As you can see, can't see a damn thing. You can only see when things move. So you've got that combined with the world-changing mechanic going on. And you've got to make your way safely across. Like so. And you've got things like platforms that only move in one world and stop in another. But no, I think one thing it's definitely got going for it is its music. Its music's quite nice. It sets a nice sort of slightly cheery, depressive tone, and other times a very depressive tone. Like this one is, well, it sort of brings, I don't know, if you turn the sound up on YouTube whilst having a look at this, and it just sort of brings these strange trembly sensations running down the back of your neck. Like so. Yeah. So it's a little platformer, and there is a whole sort of story thing going on, and I've really not paid much attention to the story because I've just been platforming. And something gets a little tricky, like these. I like these little things. It's like, one minute the little dangerous crab is going to eat you, and the next minute, oh, they're a happy little bouncy platform. And we all love happy little bouncy platforms, don't we? Ooh, boop. Also, well, you can't really see in this world too well, but I seem to have no pupils in my eyes. I'm a little spaced out there. So, it looks like I'm related to Herobrine. Well, you also get these little text things appearing all over the place that often by the time you get to, you've run out of words and you can't actually see what they say. So you have to wait for them to loop around. But this one, he seems to be quite happy that some girl at school died, and that made him feel a lot better about himself. So, I mean, I don't sort of suffer from depression or anything myself, but I have been told some of the thoughts that go through people's heads and everything that this might be similar-ish. I mean, I don't know if this was... Oops. I don't know if this was done by somebody else's depression or what. But it's somebody who likes to make some evil platforming, that's for sure. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Now, if you're looking for a little platformer, it's quite fun and it seems to have a bit of a depressing story going on. Whoops. And if you're like me, you'll keep hitting space constantly, thinking it is jump. Yeah, but I suppose you eventually get used to it. And we open. Like so. But I'm going to get to a significant point there, so I don't actually want to show you that and spoil it for you. We'll just return back to our little house. Here we go. So as it says, playing along, you also get these little story bits. The now, apparently. And there's these little scribbles telling you what's going on. So he's feeling a bit sad about being back in the house, got himself a headache. And for some reason, I have two different typefaces going on there. Well, same typefaces, one smooth and one not. Oh, no, they're fine. Alright, fine. yeah, there we go. So that's Disorder. Would I recommend it? Well, it's the publisher seems to also be My Network, so technically I suppose I meant to say how it's the greatest game in a known universe, and I would unreservedly recommend it. But you know, I don't do that. You go on some platform action with some actually not bad graphics and a little smiley face. Well, not smiley face, but just a round face really on each jumper, and as you can see, no pupils in your eyes. And a little sort of world switch mechanic, and well, what else? Enjoyable music actually, yeah, really haunting music. You may not have noticed it so much in this video, but if you work your way through this many levels, it's all slightly different, and as you switch back and forth, you definitely do notice it. So it's, I think the music's probably the best part of it. But in some respects, there's some parts of it which are probably a little too tricky for some people, and other parts are a bit too simple. And if you're in for some platformer action, I'm not sure you really want to spend all your time, you know, reading the story. So, but from playing it, you can play the game without actually bothering about the story at all, or reading any of the bits that you pass by in the world. So yeah, if you're just looking for platformer, I have no idea how much this game is going to cost because it didn't say on Steam at the time, and it'll say once this is out. But as I'm reviewing it, it doesn't say now. But you know, if it's only a few quid or something like that, then yeah, it's probably worth playing. If it's a bit more than that, it's up to you on that one. But it's, wow, there seems to be a shadow there. That's slightly odd. Well, that'll probably be fixed. But yeah, the little platformer, it's definitely something a little bit different. As I say, it's a mechanic that has been done before a couple of times, but not many people played with the mechanic, and I just sort of wish it wasn't on the spacebar as I keep jumping. Oh yeah, it does have controller support, as you can see, so that'll make it a little bit better if you don't want to use keyboard. So yeah, I would recommend it, and that's just from playing it really. It's a bit haunting. It's up to you if you want to go buy it. Not really done one of these pre-release playthroughs before, or reviews, etc. So, really don't know what else to do with this. But you've seen a bit of it. So if you want to get it, get it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. If you're still not sure, watch some other videos. But, as per usual, thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Can I jump? Oh yes, yes, I can jump up there. Right, what have we got up here? We have Overseer's office. Note, Jeff, this is not the power core, silly. I can't get it in there. And we have clothes for maintenance, a wrapping room. That's where we keep M&M. Yeah, there we go, some stairs.